How's you guys been?
Fine.
Good.
Great.
Repo came out with the open beta recently, so I've been checking that one out a little bit. It's fun. It's good changes. So overall, I'd say they patched out a few glitches I didn't tell you guys about, so that doesn't affect you. They made fighting the monsters more tool reliant, so I guess it doesn't affect you because you didn't fight it with the sheer strength or with objects.
Sheer strength.
But they buffed tools, so now you actually want to use them to fight monsters. So just they're kind of trash. No, they're actually good now.
Is the Shrek head still a good attack?
No. They nerfed attacking with items, so you can't bash them with the Shrek head or the clown anymore.
Yeah, Riley, weren't you listening?
God, I thought he specifically said items were more useful now.
No, I said shop tools. The tools from the shop, like guns, grenades, the baseball bat, the sledgehammer, the shotgun Gavin killed me with once. Those are more useful now. They're also cheaper, so more incentive to buy them.
Wow. That's good.
They also added a new map, which I enjoy. I think it's it's probably not my favorite map, but it's a close second. A lot of funny items in that map.
I think what my favorite map is.
There's only 3. There were only 3 when you last played it.
Well, it's definitely not the house. Those corners are terrible.
No, that one's the worst one by far. All the homies hate Headman Manor.
It's probably the wizard place. It's probably mine.
Swift Broom Academy.
I like the winter place more.
Yeah, I'm with Riley. Swift Broom's my favorite.
Swift Broom.
Oh, McJanic Station's pretty good too, Gavin. That was also good. Just if you say your favorite is Headman Manor, then you're wrong.
You're just wrong.
Yeah, you're just wrong. Oh, yeah, open beta also added public lobbies.
Oh,
I didn't know they didn't have public lobbies.
No, they did it. They do now.
Oh boy.
So if you want to play the beta, you have to go into your preferences and change the version to beta, and that's how you do it.
Yeah, Jack, are you getting the game soon?
He has it.
You have
played it last. Yeah, we played it last Thursday.
Oh. So Jack, was that your first time playing it?
It was.
Must have been a really great time.
We had a good time. Yeah.
See, Jack is enamored as always.
One of the first things he did was I think either me or Gavin saw the headman coming. Jack didn't know what we were talking about, so he walked up. It's like, he's a big scary man, and then he died.
That's classic. Classic Repo right there. Classic.
That is just the Repo experience.
I also scared the crap out of him by puking on him. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gavin, they added a new feature to your favorite enemy, the old man.
Oh, gosh.
He now quietly hums when he's just walking around.
Oh. Then you know he's there.
Yeah. Really listen.
I think he's gone. Poof.
He was, in fact, not gone.
Quite indeed.
In fact, he was right there.
Who's right there? Oh.
I proceeded to kill all 3 of us.
I tried, man. I had a chance.
I think we all had a chance.
I just didn't think that pin was so loud.
Activates grenade, hears you, shoots you, blows up.
Yeah, in your defense, Gavin, you did get him. So, a success.
You guys hear about
Great
the new
success.
popular game?
Gonna have to be more specific.
Apparently, it's the
Yeah.
only game to ever be rated 100 out of 100 or some shit.
You're still gonna have to be more
What is it?
specific.
I'll be more specific in a second. My cheese sticks are done.
Oh,
Alright.
cheese sticks. What do you mean,
Yeah,
like mozzarella
yeah.
sticks? Who cooks cheese sticks? Like string cheese? He's in college. Like,
I'll let you decide whether or not this is a good or a bad thing for yourself, but guys,
thank
guess
goodness.
what? No Johnny Somali update this week.
Yes! Yes!
I even checked 30 minutes before the start of the podcast just to make sure.
Why are you hunting
stuff's
down the
sneaky
information?
thing. Because I need to be up to date with the whole sitch. And the most I found was a Korean news station covering him. And that's it.
And you didn't speak
Nothing
Korean,
really
so
worth-
you didn't go further in depth on it?
I watched a guy who covers Johnny Somali talk about it, and they basically just like recount all the shit he's
Oh.
done in Korea, and also interview the guy who is talking about it.
They
Yeah.
recount all the shits he's done? That's a
Slow
lot.
week. A slow week. In the entertainment field, or quote unquote influence
it's been-
field.
Somali drought.
So Jack, you're gonna have to explain this cheese stick scenario. What do you mean by cooking cheese sticks?
Mozzarella sticks?
Ah,
What's
okay.
so hard about that?
I thought you were just like put string cheese in like the microwave or something.
Oh, that's what you were confused about. I was confused at your confusion.
That's what my sister did as a kid. She just put string cheese, cut string
Well, I'm
cheese
not a
onto
weirdo,
onto
okay?
Ritz crackers and then put them in the microwave. She's like, look
I mean-
at this gourmet food.
When I was a kid, I would like put graham crackers and a marshmallow in the microwave and do that.
Ah, the poor
But I would
man's
also just-
s'more.
But I would also just put a marshmallow in like a tiny bowl in the microwave, watch the marshmallow just inflate real big. And then once it was done, I'd take it out, watch it deflate and get all sticky and gooey and stuck to the bowl. But it was good. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, where all podcasts can be found on YouTube, because that's where this podcast is.
And Spotify sometimes, if Gavin remembers.
Yeah. You can catch the first half of the podcast, episodes 1 through 20, on Spotify right now. I don't understand
Should I do
why.
the next 20?
What? Say again?
Should I do the next 20? Is that what you're saying?
Well, the next 20 would still put you like. Yeah, just do the next 20.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I never
As long
understood.
as we're clear on that.
I never understand why people like advertise their podcasts during their podcast. Like, I hope if you found the podcast, you're listening to it because somebody has told you about the podcast. You don't just click
they're
on like,
listening to it against their will, like someone's strapped to a chair.
it's like just autoplay has gone so far down the rabbit hole. They put on our video and it's like, yeah, so this is actually a podcast. And you can find our podcast here still.
You can find our
Like,
podcast where you are.
It's 4:37 in the morning. They were half asleep and just woke up, and this is what they hear.
Oh man.
I
Go,
feel
go,
bad
go,
for
go,
those
go,
people.
go, yes. Let's go into their dreams.
Oh gosh.
Force them to want to watch.
I don't know.
Zebra!
Now, what kind of fucking fever dream would they have during the fucking chair episode?
Oh gosh.
Fucking,
Flying all over the road!
Oh, gosh, I don't know if I'd even want my enemies listening to my voice at 4:37 a.m. in the morning. I don't know if I want to put that on anybody.
I don't even want to listen to my own voice at 4:37 in the morning.
Specifically at 4:37. Exactly, that time is not peak Riley voice time.
3 a.m. is the witching hour. 4:37 is the Riley hour.
The 97 minutes specifically after the witching hour. Oddly specific.
But true.
But true. I guess who's up at 4:37? Let's show of hands here. Anybody up at 4:37?
It depends on if I'm working the next day, and also if
Interesting.
I took a power nap earlier that day.
Gotcha. And not me. I am a sleeper of the night and sleep till like 7.
You were asleep till 7?
Normally, yeah.
That's when I wake up too.
Oh
Me
my
too.
goodness. Max, do you are you awake up at 4:37 a.m.?
What? Did I wake up at 4:30?
No. not specifically today, but in general, are you at the waking hour of the witching hour after 7 minutes after the witching hour?
No.
Oh,
My
well,
ideal
weird.
wake up time is like 11 a.m.
Oh my gosh! What do you mean 11 a.m.? What are you going to bed?
What I mean is that it's a struggle every day to get up for work, okay? That's what I mean.
Oh.
I feel that.
So
What I mean is I cry every morning.
That too.
Cry every morning that my job starts at
I have
8
my
a.m.
alarm-
and then I keep
I have
crying
my alarm
until
set at 8 a.m. in the morning, but then I'm like, I fall asleep for another hour. My next alarm goes up 9. I'm like, and then I sleep for another hour, and my alarm goes off at 10. And I'm like, oh, fine, I'll get ready for work.
That was a problem in college. I had to start putting my phone on the other end of the room when my alarm went off because I would just snooze it until like 12 p.m.
See, that's
I could
the
never
first.
do multiple alarms or
It's the-
snooze or anything.
it's
I don't
the
do that.
Oh, I mean, there'd be
first-
like 6 of them, but I'd snooze them
Oh
all.
my gosh, Max, you have
How many
broken
alarms do you guys have on your phone right now?
right now, like
Oh, it's
active
like
alarms.
Like
Not
thousands.
active, just how many do you have on your phone? Like,
Every
you turned
like,
all your alarms on.
Every 5-minute interval. pretty much.
literally
1,
5-minute
2,
intervals
3,
from 6 a.m. to
4,
midnight,
5.
basically.
Yeah,
I only have 6.
with a few
Oh my
special ones
goodness.
sprinkled in
Wow,
there.
Riley's insane. I have alarms
have-
even from 12 to 4 a.m.
I think
Oh
I
my
counted one time. I have
gosh.
like 40 or 50, I think.
I have like 4 alarms in the morning. No, I have, and they're spaced out. It's like the first 3 are like an hour apart, and then the last one is like 30 minutes from the previous one.
I did select all, and I have 75.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you can select all. Oh, I was counting them.
I didn't know.
What'd you
Yeah,
do
just
that?
edit, and then you can select all.
I don't even see
Is this
that.
on iOS or
Edit.
Android?
No, this is on Android.
You got me beat. I only got 58 apparently.
Hey, how do you? Edit. I was being an idiot.
But I guess I should do that too.
I could count mine though. So yeah, I don't know
I got
why you'd have so many alarms
58.
though. I have an early alarm that I change every so often when I need to wake up really early. I have my
You
normal
just make a
waking
new
hour.
one. Why would you edit it every time? Just make a new
It's
one.
easier. Just it's right
No.
there. Then
No,
I have
it's
my,
not.
my regular wake up time. Then I have my quote unquote secondary wake up time, but that's really just Riley stop editing time so that I go to work on
All
time.
right.
Oh wait.
I got-
Your secondary wake up time is Riley stop editing, so you just edit all through the night.
No,
Like,
so,
gotta stop, gotta go to work.
no, so I wake up, I then edit one video, and then I go to work.
Oh, that sounds like an awful way to wake up.
Yeah, I wake up listening to all my friends' voices. It's such a great time. That's
All
what
right,
it's been.
boys. I selected all my alarms, and I have a total of 13. Remove the ones that aren't active, and that's 9.
If you
Oh
remove the
my.
ones that aren't active, I have one.
I have 2 active.
I've got bad news, guys.
Oh,
I have 170.
Dang.
oh my
Man, that's like the chair tally all over again. The second highest is 100
I almost hit.
less than what you
I was
got.
getting so close to 200, and I was sweating. I was like, please don't hit 200.
Why do you have so many alarms?
I told you I have like 5-minute increments from 12 a.m. until 11:54 p.m.
But why?
Can't you just use the snooze feature?
I use and abuse the snooze feature.
But he
Gosh.
also sometimes understands that he wants to sleep until 6:55.
Like,
Yeah, I
sometimes
never
just-
hit the snooze. I just always turn it off. So
yeah,
me
yeah,
too.
never,
That-
never snooze.
that always
man.
fucks me up.
Okay, first rule of alarms is you put your alarm out of like reaching length. You have to you have to walk to turn it off. That's rule number 1.
Okay, I did that, but
I don't do
now
that.
there's another person closer to that side of the bed. And she just grabs
She
it and
just
gives it to
turns
me.
it-
So
she
she can
turns it
work.
No, you got to find a new
Okay,
spot for
okay,
it.
I
Gavin.
used to do that in high school because I had an actual physical alarm clock
Yeah.
that I used
Oh.
that was on a table that was next to my TV that I had to walk over to press.
My
But
brothers.
I don't do that anymore.
My
I got a
brother
phone.
still uses the alarm clock that we had as a kid. It's so bad. It's so
Hey,
broken.
if it works, it works.
It's it is barely working.
It's holding on by a thread.
Like the so it's
It's the little alarm clock that could.
there's buttons on top, right?
Yeah.
So it's very, very cool. It used to have like a plastic, front facing protection. That's gone. I don't know where
It
that
used to
went.
be plastic, but I don't know what it is now.
It's a pure mercury just leaking from it. No, but it's the buttons don't work. You have to like jam your finger into the button so that it can read it, so that you can daylight savings time it, change it.
Oh my!
It's so bad.
My old alarm clock, if I set a time for an alarm, that was just a suggestion for it to go off.
My-
Like it would sometimes go off at 4 a.m. instead of 6. I said
oh
that was
gosh!
just a suggestion for it.
I don't really feel like going off at that time. What about this time?
Man.
And even if I turn it off, it doesn't turn off. Like I hit the turn off button, it just keeps
You
going.
just have to unplug it, Jack. You just unplug it.
Yeah, I just don't use that thing anymore.
See, the good thing about the one I'm talking about is it had a backup battery just in case it was unplugged or lost power throughout the night. So it'll work. It'll work all the time unless the battery dies. We've never replaced that battery, so I'm surprised that it still works. But
The 2-decade battery.
Oh, I didn't know you got the alarm clock, the Game Boy edition. That's crazy.
oh,
You know what that reminds me of?
the Game
I
Boy.
was I stumbled across thanks to YouTube Shorts last night. You guys remember the 20 questions handheld game?
No.
That like actually used a form of AI, like really
Oh.
early AI. I always imagined it was just like
Kinda.
if else, if else, if else,
Yeah.
if else, if. But it's actually like a
Probably like one.
very very basic transformer model.
It's a transformer.
Transformer.
Or at least it was trained
Hold on.
like
This guy.
they trained it in like a website in like the 1990s.
Okay, you can't just say trained. What do you mean by trained?
They had the 20 questions game. Like, it was online. It was a website before it was the handheld thing, and people would play it. And then if
Oh.
you guessed it, you would tell it what you were thinking, and then like
So it's
millions of
kind of
people
like
played it.
Akinator.
Yeah, it was the OG
Okay,
Akinator.
okay.
Crazy.
It learned. It was like the OG like they trained it on data from people playing the game, and then stuffed it into a little handheld, and that was the game.
Hmm.
So it's like actually
Interesting.
smarter than just like if else, if else.
Yeah, all I did for mine was if else statements.
So what you're saying is people have been taking advantage of our online data for years.
Literally
since the
before I
computer
was
came
born.
out, man.
So you're telling me that people that people on the internet have always been taking advantage of our data?
That's why they made computers, so that they could take the data from you
And more
easily.
personalized data.
Big data invented the computer.
So true.
Literally true.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I
big
think I
data
don't
was
really...
tired of reading the letters he mailed in every day, so they just
Every
ordered
day?
all sent to them. Yep.
Who's
Yeah.
sending big data letters every day?
People?
People.
And they were tired of it.
You know, sometimes I think back to the days. Okay, I don't really think back to these days, but hypothetically, sometimes I think back to these days where the super old archaic computers had to have like this had to have that like super long paper with the holes on the sides
Yeah.
Oh,
run
yeah?
through them in order to work.
Sure, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I just like to think how far technology has gone since those days, you know?
Sometimes it's gone backwards if you think about it.
Pretty far back.
What has gone backwards? What portion of our technology has gone backwards? Like
Like
rockets?
blenders, those seem to have gotten worse.
Blenders?
Mhm.
What?
That's true. I've seen the old blenders at Goodwill, and those things are like you could nuke them and they keep standing.
I mean, yeah, being worse isn't the same thing as going backwards.
So planned obsolescence is where we went backwards.
Yeah,
I get
planned
it.
obsolescence. Okay, I could kind of see that.
Going backwards is going from like a flat screen TV back to those shitty old like box
Back to
TVs with
puppets.
the dials on the sides.
You put your hand puppets out and for your
That's not TV. That's not a TV, Riley.
puppet
That's just
show.
a dude in a box. That's a dude
And
in a
printers
box.
too. Like they've been
What?
around
A
forever,
TV
but no one
You're
seems to
t-
make them work.
You're telling me that printers never work. You're telling me
Well, that's what I'm
a dude in a box is not a TV?
It's
Why in the
not.
box?
A dude
have
in
a
a
dude in a
box
box?
is definitely a
Oh,
TV.
that's a
You
homeless
kidnap a
person.
guy?
So did
Riley
you
just
put
straight up
Riley-
admitted to kidnapping a guy,
Riley,
and
a
we're all just
TV
glossing over
is-
that.
A TV is the perception of a dude in a box.
Exactly.
It makes you think there's a dude in a box when there actually isn't.
It's
a
a-
puppet show is just a dude in a box for real.
It's the
completely
real
different.
real life versus virtual.
And
Riley,
there's
what
a
you're
literal
saying
thought
is
that there
like
was people in the
Riley,
TV.
what you're doing is like saying ring ring banana phone. You're saying that's a cell phone basically because you're making believe it's a cell phone.
Banana phone.
No, because you could see an actual dude on the TV. Oh,
Everybody knows TV is fake.
Yeah, but
That's
he's
not an
not
actual
in
dude.
the actual box part of the TV. The actual box part has wires and shit, and what I can only assume is a giant
The
block of
wires
cement.
are the intestines of the dude in the box.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's all an
You
analogy, man.
completely-
Elementary.
You completely lost
Cameron.
the plot, Riley. You've completely lost the plot. I'm not counting what Max said because he's just encouraging your behavior.
Ooh, Risk of Rain has a new hero. Sweet.
Ooh. Ooh, maybe now that I move my setup downstairs, I can actually play without disconnecting.
You can play Risk of Rain?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Got a new hero, new update.
New update. Riley's still the
New-
healer.
rework the old heroes. Yeah.
Give Riley the...
That's because you're so good at your job.
I
Riley,
actually like
you
healers.
can be the new chef.
There's a chef.
That's the new hero. It's a
What
I
does
might-
he do?
I might try that guy out, but
What
go
does he
back to
do?
the rail gunner if I don't like it.
Chef things. Probably cooks.
I'm assuming he cooks
might-
and then heals people, but that seems
Yeah,
really
I
weird
might-
for Risk of Rain.
I might try out the chef the next time we play it.
Me too.
You know,
Maybe
just to see
Paul's
what it's
son. He
like.
looks elemental. But
And the last time I tested out a new hero, it was the rail gunner, I think.
Huh?
And I really liked that guy.
And the last time I tested out a new character, I realized how slow the healer was. Man.
yeah,
Hey, if you play the way I play, all characters end up fast.
yeah, with 20 goat hooves,
Yep.
I don't think
any
I've,
character can be fast.
I don't think I've ever had a fast character. I'm so slow in that game, and everybody's just zipping around. I'm like, whoa, why are they so fast? They're just
I'm usually
Riley, you gotta make sure you're
pretty slow
sprinting.
because
This is my
Gavin and
sprinting.
Jack are fucking loot hogs. They just go
Oh,
and
that
take
is
all
true.
the chests before anybody
Just
else
know
can
what
get
we're doing, bro.
It's a free for all.
Yeah, we're
So
pros.
do
We got-
we. You guys are just fucking yoinking everything
guys
before
are
we
so
can ever do
stingy.
anything.
We go and take one box. Like, whoa, that was my box. Wow. Like, what do you mean?
I was
Meanwhile,
farming 13 feet away. Didn't you see me? God dang it.
Well, them 13 items each.
This is my first item of the map. Wow, well, I called that one. You're gonna have to give me your next two.
Yeah, didn't you see my name on it? God, so
You stole my item, and now I'm gonna starve.
My only food.
Well, we probably should get in the
Math.
topic for today.
Yeah, what is that?
The topic for today, of course, is hiking. Everybody's got grand
All
hiking
right.
stories. We all,
I don't have a
as
single one.
big outside people, go on
Oh,
hikes
yeah.
daily.
I mean, I went
I
out
have-
pretty
Big
much
exercise.
all weekend. So.
I have 0 hiking stories.
I've got a few.
Other than I've been hiking a few places, that's about all I got to say. I still got a stick that I want to make pretty for my hiking trip because it was a good
Ah,
shape.
stick.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a stick. You know,
That's the most peak part of hiking, though, is finding the sticks.
getting the stick.
Yeah. this one was so good I brought it back with me.
Man, okay. What's the story of the
I'm
stick?
in this.
Where was the stick?
It was on the ground.
What?
That's where you
If
find
you had to
of
like give out
stick.
GPS coordinates of the stick, what would
Yeah,
it be?
yeah. If you had to give out lat long,
roughly round level ground.
Yeah.
what
The
season? What
wide
season?
Ground level ground.
Uh,
Ground.
probably
Three?
closer to fall.
A fall. Okay. So the stick. I was gonna say, is the
So it's
stick
not a
dry?
fall, it's a stick
Is it, like how dead is the stick?
Oh, it's been there for a while.
Okay.
It's got like termite burrows and stuff like that in it. No bark. It's
Ugh.
just a stick.
No bark all
But it
day.
was solid when I picked it up. Like all the bugs were like, screw that stick, and left it alone after that. So
This
it
was
it
back
it was nice and dry.
That's
Nice dry solid stick.
Are you planning on
Twist.
revitalizing the stick into its pristine former glory somehow?
I wanted to make it pretty with some like acrylic and preserves and whatnot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
Put
imagine.
some lacquer on
Oh my
there.
goodness.
Yeah.
Just imagine you
Nice.
spray painting the stick.
Preserved, baby.
It's preserved.
I remember the ending post-credit scene of that one Rick and Morty episode about all the different clone families fighting each other, and the puppet Jerry, the wooden puppet Jerry puts wooden finish all over himself. He gets destroyed by beavers, but he's still alive because of the finish. And something else happens. No, I think a storm or something. It's like, sweet death. And then he wakes up again, and he's nailed to the wall of a saloon. Like, what? Cowboys? What's going on? And then they rip him off the mantle, throw him in a fire. He goes unconscious again. He wakes up again, and he's on a crucifix. It's like, Christianity? After cowboys? This is the worst thing anyone could ever live through. It's probably one of my favorite post-credit scenes in the entire show.
That's
Is
pretty
that
good.
is that Jerry saying that?
Yeah.
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 Wooden clone
puppet
Jerry.
Oh,
Jerry.
sorry,
Jerry.
wooden clone Jerry. That's basically Jerry.
Shut up, Jerry.
Yeah.
They're so mean to Jerry, but sometimes Jerry deserves it.
And by
He
sometimes we
deserves it
mean every
most of
single
the
time.
But anyways, hiking. I've got some great stories of falling down, feeling like I was about to die, and stories of it's just the same trip. To be honest, oh gosh, what a terrible time! Grand college. Friends of people that go outside, geologists that want to go hiking and look at rocks for some reason. Actually, I don't
There
think
were
he was
also
on this
pretty-
trip. Wait a second. Why did we go hiking?
Why was I there?
No, I
Why
think
the heck?
about it. I'm totally alone. Did I just go hiking
Oh
for no
my
the
reason?
hell?
gosh! I think he canceled on us, man. But
Oh.
anyways, we went hiking in the winter time, and there's 2 trails, right? A nice
Imagine that's the worst time to go hiking.
there was a nice concrete, padded walkway around. Where was this? A butte. Yeah, it was a butte, and
Gotcha.
there was going to be a nice
I know what
trail
you're talking
around it.
about.
I've actually been around that butte before, and I was so excited to do the trail again. And everybody's like, "Well, since Riley's already been on that trail, let's take this other trail, the the muddy clay red trip, because that's the one to go with." Snow had just fallen down the other day, but the sun's shining, the snow's melting, and it's gonna be great. Clay, everybody! Woo! Oh. Man, so we start walking, and I just already knew 10 minutes into the walk, I slip and fall straight onto my backpack, and there wasn't
Oh
much
my
in my
God, that's not
backpack.
That's not the
You
first time
squished your
that's
peanut butter and
happened.
jelly sandwich, Riley.
I had brought
Oh, no.
a bag of what are they called? I kept calling them mosquito barbecue chips, but they're
Oh, mosquito.
What the fuck?
they're mesquite.
What the hell?
It's the barbecue chip, like mesquite flavor or something. I kept calling them mosquito barbecue.
Mosquito
Oh,
barbecue.
yummy.
chips.
That sounds
Yeah.
appetizing.
So I kept calling them that. I'm like,
And
don't
maybe
worry,
if you're a
guys. Once
dragonfly-
once we finish our walk, we could have some mosquito barbecue chips. Nobody had the mosquito barbecue chips. Maybe because of the name, maybe because I fell on
You're
them
alive.
multiple times. So yeah, 10 minutes in, I slip, fall back, like straight onto my backpack. Crunch of the mosquito
Barbecue
chips.
chips are great. Trust me, you only get like half the malaria as usual.
I am glad the chips were there. I think they broke my fall every time. I didn't feel horrible after falling, which was great. I had an airbag.
The mosquito barbecue chips were there when you needed them.
Yeah,
most.
they're that strong, man. And man, I had them after. They were great. So high praises to the mosquito barbecue
Yeah.
chips.
Sure.
Are we sponsored by mosquito barbecue chips?
We don't have sponsors. Crazy. But anyways, so that's 10 minutes
They
in.
really should sponsor us.
And that just decides to come falling straight onto my pack, and I got up and kept moving. And I'm not a fast walker, so everybody's starting to get ahead of me. So I'm just trying to pick up the pace. Terrible mistake. Slipped again, and everybody's looking back at me laughing. And I'm like, don't worry, guys, I got this. I stand back up and slip instantly.
Riley standing in like a 3 foot by 3 foot circular patch of ice, just slipping and trying to get back up and slipping again while all his friends are surrounding him, pointing and laughing at him.
The worst part is
time.
they're already miles ahead. They've already passed this patch of ice, apparently, and
They didn't even see you fall.
nobody had problems with this. One person looked back after I fell the first time, going "Ah!" So my screaming helped insinuate there was some danger. Yeah. So yeah, I fell twice there, and I think I fell one more time, but it was justified because somebody in front of me fell, and then I tried helping him up and fell.
On top of him.
I don't think I fell on top of them. I'm pretty sure I kept falling on my back.
I like to imagine the goofy clown music that's playing whenever Riley tries to with ice related.
Oh gosh,
You got the classic cartoony banana peel slipping sound effect. The whoop anytime you slip.
Oh my god!
Oh, sorry, I gotta get back up, and you get like.
You're forgetting the crunching sound as the chips just slam into my back.
Chips crushed into little powdery bits.
No, they were. Well, okay, so that Yes and no. Yes and no on that one. The chips broke the fall.
From a
so,
certain point of view.
So
Chips broke the fall.
X-ray Riley's backpack. He got the chips with like a black eye and a broken tooth and bandages all over his like. Man, talk about a bad payday.
Oh gosh, so that was the beginning half of the trail. So we come up to the clay infested red travelway that just was muck and mud, and I don't have boots. Okay, I walk in running shoes or tennis shoes or whatever you want to call it. So when you get to the winter muck of the muddy walklands of this hike, which was supposed to be the highlight of the walk, apparently people go on this walk to see these red rocks, or I don't know, because
The rocks red?
they were well, I think they were red. Maybe they were orange. I don't know.
I guess you wouldn't really know, would you?
Oh gosh,
Got it.
got him. Yeah.
Got him.
So yeah. So there's this mucky walkway, and there's a rock to the left, and to the right is a sheer drop off. So there's only one way through, and hopefully you don't slip and fall down the sheer drop, because that would be bad. And this is when I realized this hike was not for me. I wanted the cement padding way of the easy walk. Because go concretes, easy walk, less slippage, less sheer drop, death fatalities, and stuff like that.
Of course.
I didn't die, if anybody was wondering.
You didn't?
Spoiler alert. But
Aw,
man,
man.
Boring.
did I feel unsafe walking across that pathway, getting my shoes almost falling off, getting stuck to the muck and mud, and it was... I don't think I went hiking with them
And all
again.
to see a few red rocks.
Just to see the few red rocks that I didn't even want to see. Oh, but yeah. Actually,
hey, Riley, you should go along. These red rocks they're the coolest red rocks you'll ever see.
These are like a once in a playthrough experience, guys.
Wow,
It's,
that's pretty rare.
They're pretty rare.
I believe that this was all just a conspiracy concocted by them to see Riley stumble on the ice patches.
And man, did they get what they wanted. Whew. But I did go on one extra hike with them, but that's pretty much the end of the story. We go in a loop. I feel like there should have been more guardrails. There's some upsies, like steep inclines with it being muddy and no grippage. So that was also fun to try climbing.
They probably should have supplied us with some ice skates, on account of the ice
I
patches.
don't think I've gone ice skating before, so that would be even worse. Be slipping and sliding everywhere. Oh, but yeah. So there's my hiking story that I remember most unfondly of, just hating every moment. After the slip on the mosquito barbecue chip, that mosquito barbecue trips was the best part of that hike, and I bought them before the hike started.
And you ate them
And
after.
I ate them after.
They were
else.
already crushed into a powder, and the bag was already exploded from the amount of
The
time
bag never exploded open. I don't know how that happened, but they stayed sealed.
It was very damaged internally, but externally, not a single bruise.
Me too, man.
That is probably that is how I would wrap up that story. Internally.
I don't have a hiking story, but I do have a story that involves me walking around and having the cops called on me, I guess.
Oh,
And this happened,
Naughty boy.
I think last week.
Oh,
So
recently.
basically,
Oh my gosh.
I got basically my mind full of all sorts of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy things going up in there. And one of the ways I relieve the crazy is by walking around, talking to myself, and just getting all that stuff out of my system until I tire myself out, and then I just go back
Mm.
to I don't know, play video games or
Wait,
something.
you were talking out loud? Was this an internal
yeah.
monologue? Oh,
Not what he
okay.
just said.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Okay.
Because I watch a lot of animes and stuff, and I also want to like make my own comic and things.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get a lot of ideas, and so I like to play those ideas out
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
I do
So,
that too,
we're on the
but
same
without
page.
the creative process part.
but I also have the sense to just like not do it when there's a lot of people nearby. So I go because there's a dog park right across the street from where I live. So I just kind of go into like this big open grass field or like the gravel road that leads to the actual dog park part of the thing. And I just kind of, mind my own business away from people generally. And I just do my
The
thing.
best, yes.
And I guess like one of the passerbys or one of the neighbors in the neighborhood, saw me doing that, thought I was shady. They called the cops. So
You
the
are.
police officer pulled up on the side of the road. I'm like, well, he's probably there to like check out the neighbors. He starts walking towards me and he's like, "Hey, everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, good. Do you want to talk? Like, what's there to talk about? It's like, oh no, nothing to say. Ed.
He said nothing. What?
I'm just lonely.
No, there was more. Like, he asked for my ID. I gave it to him. He asked where I lived. I just pointed down the street. He's like, I live in like the second house on that side of the street, 920. He sent my details over to, I guess, his.
Don't dox yourself on the podcast. I live at 304 Negro Royal Lane, New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Albuquerque.
I'm writing
I
that
can't
down,
believe
Max.
you
Writing that down.
doxed me like that, Max.
It's true.
But anyways, basically the entire conversation could be summed up as, "Hey man, so I got a call about somebody walking and talking to himself out here, so I'm here to check that out." Right, you like, yeah, it's just the way I am. I get a lot of energy built up inside of me, and this is just the way I get it all out. Like, oh, okay. Do you need someone to talk to? Do you need any help? I'm like, no, there's nothing wrong with me, officer. I'm perfectly fine. I got nothing going on in my personal life.
You should have started talking to him about the story. I'm coming up with an anime, and I've got several ideas. You want to hear them?
Let me bounce some ideas off you real quick.
Officer, I don't need to talk to anyone. That's why I'm talking to myself.
Would I risk him stealing my sweet ideas?
Oh, that's fair. He might take it for himself.
Because basically, I guess like whoever called on me thought I was crazy or something. The officer came to make sure that I didn't need to see a therapist or something, and then he left. And then I went back home because that just kind of killed my whole mood.
Killed the creative experience. Yeah, definitely.
It ruined the creative flow. There wasn't really any hiking there unless you count walking across the street hiking. And I guess pacing around in a circle hiking, but there wasn't really any hiking to be had there.
No, that's fair.
I guess I have a similar story, though no cops this time. But I was this time much further away from people. So I was like out on a bridge over the small river that runs through the town, or at least this side of town. And there are a couple of cyclists. They didn't see me doing my shenanigans because I saw them first, but they just kind of stopped. Like, hey, any fish in there? I'm like, no, not that I can see. It's like, all right, you camping? I'm like, no, I'm just chilling. Like, oh, okay. And then they just went right on their way back to biking. And I just continued doing my thing. They didn't ruin the creative flow.
Oh, that ruined the creative flow. Just talking to
No,
somebody.
No, I said it didn't.
Oh,
Damn it!
it.
Just
I
gave up.
just went back. I went back to doing my thing. My creative flow was undisturbed.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
my one of my elder brothers does a lot of pacing, and I didn't realize this for the longest time, but he walked around one of our big trees in front of our yard, and I thought that just somebody paved like a little gravel
No.
circle around
No.
around the
God.
tree.
Out.
I'm like, when did we get a walkway around that tree? It's like, oh, that's just because your brother kept walking around the tree. I'm like,
That's funny.
how long has it been there? They're like, a few years. I'm a few
Oh
years.
my god!
So there's
Like,
just
hey,
there's just a
when
random
did you
circle.
pave around that tree? That's a weird thing to do.
It was. I even mowed there. I mowed there, and I'm like, oh, everything's fine. And then years later, I'm like, huh, what? Why is there just a random
And that-
circle around the tree?
And that reminds me of something I experienced today. So I was biking around town. I stopped by at the student union of my local college because I used to work there, and I grabbed a bite to eat from there, said hi to my old coworkers, and then I headed out. Started heading home. I took a different route home than I usually would, just because I wanted to flex my navigation skills, I guess.
Yep.
And I wound up taking a road that brought me down the same street that my childhood home was at. And as I passed by it, I'm like, do they remove the bushes in the front of the house?
There's no bushes anymore.
They painted the house like greenish gray. They painted the garage the same color. They removed the line of trees in the back of the house?
Oh, that's bold.
Bruh.
And then you realize
Deforesting the
there
damn
was no
place.
bushes in front of the house. There never
No,
was
there
bushes.
were bushes.
A greenish gray? That
No,
sounds like
no
an
building.
awful color. A greenish gray? That'd
It
just be
is.
gray, man. That'd be so bad.
It is a bad color.
That'd just be great, but
If-
green.
I think they also removed the bushes on the side of the house too.
Got rid of all the foliage.
Yo, what if we just
They
ruined
still
this
had that
guy's
big
house?
walnut tree in the front yard though.
Oh, okay.
So at least that's still there.
So they can grow walls anytime they want. That's good.
And nuts.
Yeah.
Don't forget the nuts.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Two
walls
separate
come out of
things.
the nuts, obviously.
True.
The what comes out of the what?
The walls.
The walls.
Oh yeah, Riley. I think I am very ashamed to tell you that the house is no longer by the cows. It is now by the
No.
horses.
No.
It's by the horses?
Yeah,
They killed all
whoever
the cows.
lives there is by the horse. Yeah, the horses apparently killed, and I can only assume ate all the cows, and they
My
took over the
gosh.
territory.
They've eaten all the
Dang.
cows. So now it's Stableland instead of Prairieland.
Yeah,
Don't worry. You'll just have to move by the
Carnivore
cows.
horses.
Move.
I don't know. I don't know where the cows are anymore.
You have to go find them.
There's horses. There's horses there now.
There's horses everywhere. No, you just got to find a new location where the cows
Yeah.
are.
I don't know where cows would be, Riley. That's the thing.
I'm trying to think where cows would be nearest to me, and you know what? I have no clue. So
Well,
Maybe.
did you try moving around or even
Uh,
hoofing it? That's what you got to do to spot the cows. Okay.
You nailed it, Gavin. You nailed it. You took Jack's joke and made it 3 times better
I sang it yourself.
by saying it
Thank you.
yourself and adding 2 extra jokes to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max, any hike stories
Oh man.
or hike adjacent stories like I had?
Just
Just walking. Any walking stories?
You walk, man?
you walking in.
Stories of physical leg-based exertion.
I mean, I had people in college tell me that they were like, "Wow, you're in a really big hurry," and I told them I was like, "Yeah, it's because I had 15 minutes to get from one class to another, and it was literally the
Oh.
two farthest buildings apart on campus that
Oh.
you could get without having to like go to the different campus on the bus. And so I'd walk like they were like like a 2 miles apart. I think it was something like that.
Gosh.
So class ends, and it's like the teacher better not go over on time because the class after was chem lab, and they were strict.
You had
So you
to
just had to
do
hoof it.
a 7-minute mile like run.
Yeah, I know the two buildings. I'm gonna pull it up right now and get the actual distance.
Gosh, I'm just remembering
was
from
late.
high school. I'm like, I don't even think I got probably got like 10 minutes on my mile. I do so terrible. Probably got 12 minutes.
Sometimes I would catch the bus. Where?
I mean, I know I didn't do good, but I don't think I did that bad.
So
Is that why you were working on your motorized chair?
That is why I was working on motorized things because I was sick and tired of that. Is literally what caused it.
Sick and tired of walking. There's too much walking.
Cruising across campus on your motorized chair.
Oh, that's not
School
bad.
does
It
push
was-
you to improve yourself. We just never figured out how. By making
It
you
was
walk
only
too
one.
much.
It was 1 mile.
See, I think that's why they get rid of the physical education in college. They just have all the buildings so
Just-
spread far
just
apart,
have you walk
so that you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
walk to everything.
No, that wouldn't make sense. They could make more money if they had an extra class in there.
Yep.
Well,
And
they
then
have
the next-
gyms, don't they?
Oh, I guess
They
there's
did
some
actually have
gyms.
a student gym.
Our gym
Typically,
was on
yeah,
top
I
of a
get-
giant hill, so if you wanted to go to the gym, you had to
Oh.
climb like 40, 50 steps. It was so terrible. I'm like, well, I'm done exercising just by getting to the entrance of the gym.
Yeah.
Oh,
My next class after that was then back on the other side of the campus. So I'd walk a mile,
Oh.
and then that one I had like a half hour though to get to. So that
Oh,
one
okay.
wasn't a rush, but it was a
Man,
lot of
you know-
walking on that day. It was like Wednesdays or something.
The more I hear about the college experience, the less
Less inclined you
disappointed
are.
I am. Yeah, the less inclined I am to ever want to attend.
It might be cooler now, but I was there like 60%
Oh.
plus of my college was COVID, and it kind of sucked.
oh,
Yeah,
so
COVID
sad.
college sucks.
So let me ask someone who is in college now. Jack, is it any cooler now?
Is what any cooler?
College.
Yeah, then when?
Then earlier. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Then when? When you first went?
Then before.
No,
It's not.
that's worse now because I'm doing a big project.
Oh yeah, Jack. You should tell us all about your fun project experience.
Yeah, is there any updates on that? Anything cool?
Tell us about the
anything
amazing partner
Aaron?
you've given.
Yeah, has the partner
I mean,
increased in?
One of my classmates has, well, it's like a collaboration between 3 different classes, and the one guy he's working
Jeez.
with is even worse than my partner.
Oh,
Oh,
How is that possible?
Well, I don't know. The guy he's working with,
Greener.
the guy he's working with, is in charge of like the PowerPoints and all the visual stuff because he's the graphic designer, and the PowerPoints were due, like the
yes.
start of class today,
Oh,
and they were
gosh.
practicing their presentation today because that's
Hey.
literally all we're doing today and tomorrow.
That's college
And he's like,
experience.
during his practice, he was like, yeah, I still need to add the audio for my video, and yeah, I still need to add a few slides. Yeah, don't worry about
It's a
that.
little late.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That
got to
seems
do my
like
project, but I'll
some
get
pretty
to
good
it
part.
next year.
I'll get it to,
Yeah.
to tomorrow after it's due. That's when I work best.
And then, yeah, as his partners were presenting the project, he sat at on top of a desk in front of the class. And then he was like, as they were talking, he's like, dude, you got to do that differently. But like, he was the one to make the PowerPoint.
Is he?
He's trying to change it on the fly on presentation day.
I guess.
That's a bold strategy.
It's a very
Yeah.
bold strategy, but we'll see if it works out.
Yeah.
It works out for him.
Yeah, but like, he's the one who made the PowerPoint. He was telling them to change it, which just didn't make any sense.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta change how you're saying it. You're just saying it wrong.
This is not how I wrote the script.
Read the script
Jack,
better.
what about
I wrote this
What about
26 minutes
your-
ago. Why don't you have this down?
Jack? What about
And then the
your
teacher yelled at him, like, dude, you're part of this group. You gotta go stand next to him.
He's just sulking in the
Yeah.
corner. Like,
Oh, he's just sitting on top of a desk, like in the front of the room.
Bruh.
Why would I have to go present with them? I made
Percent?
the slides.
Are you crazy?
That's why I,
I
made the
slides
slides.
and I'm criticizing them for.
I made the
They've ruined my vision. Look at that. They're putting a shadow on my beautiful artwork.
The sun is in my eyes. I can't read this.
Oh.
Like, his website didn't work. Or part of it didn't work. He's like, yeah, that worked on my computer.
Yo,
Your Honor, that worked
That's
on
what
my
matters,
Hey
man.
guys, that
It's not my fault these computers can't handle HTML.
yeah, it's not my fault. My classmates, these baboons, wouldn't fix the problems for that I created. Don't know why.
Man. Hey Jack, you should talk about your own presentation shenanigans that you had to deal with.
Well, I don't have any new ones since the last one, but one of my classmates, he went home, I guess, to eat lunch or something, and he didn't realize that was the time when his group was practicing.
Oh, okay, that's a little better.
So the teacher, when he got back, the two teachers called him into their office and they sat down together with him. They're like, what possible excuse could you have for missing this practice?
I forgot.
Eating lunch with my mama.
If that was me, I would be like, because he said he thought his practice was at a different time. Like, he thought he was a different group or something. I don't know what he said. And if that was me, if I was called into an office and my two teachers were sitting there, I would shit myself.
Oh gosh. Jeez, I didn't know your class was this high stress. Man.
Serious
Oh no,
business.
Riley, it's like this project is only worth 100% of my grade.
Man. I had to give a presentation to 3 math professors, and I didn't even feel that nervous when giving it. Maybe I'm probably more prepared than those guys, but
You see, Jack, what I was referring to is the fact that you haven't said your escapades on
the podcast. You just told Cameron and I after Terraria.
Yeah,
I thought that was on the thing.
Nope.
it wasn't.
Well, basically, my partner will like just go home for a few hours when we're in class. He just goes home.
He just goes home. He's like, "Oh, I don't need to go to this class. This knucklehead over here's got it covered."
Something like that.
Didn't he make you like a? Didn't you have to type out like 86 pages or something?
Oh yeah, I did. And then, because my teacher was like, we got to document everything. And then my classmate said, yeah, this 80 pages is too much. But I had to write all the pages, take all the screenshots, and document everything.
Oh.
And it was too much. And all he had to do was like copy and paste it and change the font. So then I also had to shorten my whole, all my documentation by half.
So are you using LaTeX to create this documentation?
No, I use Microsoft Word.
Oh, I can't believe you said
What's wrong with Word?
You're not using LaTeX for
What does even
What does that word mean?
for diagrams? I can't believe you would use a
MS
plebeian.
Paint, okay.
I can't believe you would go so as low as not using a cool software as LaTeX to create your college papers. You're using Word.
Well, Riley, if LaTeX was so cool, how come I never heard of it before?
It's mainly for math because it's
There it is.
it's basically a programming Word document because you basically you can write like functions to create symbols and diagrams and whatnot. It's really nice for just it's really great for math. You can write proofs on it. It's so great.
That is possibly the last thing I would ever want to write.
hey, when you're going for a math degree, let me tell you about proofs. Proving is a way of life.
You're not
Oh, yeah, where's your proof?
You've written a proof.
Yeah, we proved with these axioms that the fundamental theory of calculus actually works. Great,
Yeah, prove
crazy.
Cool.
I could have told you that with one Google search.
Jack, I do not have the time on this podcast to prove all of that. It took
ChatGPT can do that for free, right?
It took a semester to get through it all, Jack. It was such a long time to prove something that we already knew was true, but now we definitely know it's true. Assuming these axioms.
Do you though? Do you really?
We have to assume, like, I think 2 or 3 axioms, and then yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of
You
assumptions.
didn't prove it, is what you're saying.
Well, axioms are just something we have to have a starting base that we know in fact is true. Of course, how do you know it's true? Like, what's you want the simplest thing to
prove it.
to assume that it's true. It's hard. You can't prove an axiom. That's the
What's
lab
real as
problem.
long as we assume we're all schizo.
I'm going to be
What?
straight with you, Riley. I kind of zoned out.
Hey, nobody zones out when somebody talk about proofing. Everyone loves the proofing talk.
The word math was said, and our one viewer just like left.
Hey, no, we gained a viewer. Yeah, sometimes I have to say, oh, your math is showing, Riley. Get that away from us.
Your math.
Your math is showing.
Damn.
Anyways, hiking. Gavin, did you tell a hiking story? You talked about the
Nope.
walking stick.
Yeah, went hiking sometimes.
What's the best
Fun.
hike? Like straight upwards, straight downwards.
That's called
I
rock
mean-
mountain climbing.
Wasn't there that?
Huh?
I was gonna say, wasn't there that one time when you and Maddie were like hiking across some railroads or something,
Oh,
and then she
yeah,
accidentally made you fall over?
yeah, kinda.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know. That was that. Should I say where it was? I guess I don't know.
How
Probably not.
far away is it from your current location? Because if it's in like 100-mile radius, I probably wouldn't say it.
Okay, then this park with falls in it.
Oh yeah.
Has a railroad track where you can kind of look out and see everything. It's really nice. I like going up there. But it scared the living crap out of Maddie because it was a railroad track and trains go on those.
Crazy.
Trains do go on those.
Trains
It's
do.
true.
So
Crazy.
You know this.
Have you ever seen a train?
no, but
I
I've heard.
I've heard horror stories.
My college was next to a train. It woke me up every morning.
Oh no. But yeah, so I tried to get her up there and she got afraid. So she was pulling me down and I was like, well, I'll just go up there and look then because it's pretty up here. I just want to take a look. And she kept pulling on my arm until she just pulled a little harder than she was already. And I lost my balance and I slammed my knee
Ooh.
right into like a jagged rock.
Oh,
And it hurt.
so
Crazy.
so was she just concerned a train was gonna come at like any second?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
everybody knows the trick where you put your ear to the track, and if you hear something, then you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody knows.
Everyone knows the trick. Just open your eyes.
that. It's actually, Jack, if you open your ears, you can see a lot farther.
Yeah.
My ears are
Everyone-
wide.
Everyone knows the trick. It's called the boom gates that come down when a train's about to come.
Ah,
What if you're
yes.
not at the crossing?
Well, no, every place has a boom gate for the train if there's a
Yeah.
person nearby.
Oh my god.
It's the rule of boom gates.
Oh my god. This talk about trains and crossing them at parts that don't have boom gates made me remember like stuff from my childhood. Riley, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I
with
thought this is what you were going to mention earlier, so I'm glad it's come back up.
Okay, so basically, we were little kids, and Riley was explaining to me the concept of glitches in a way
Glitches.
that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like the right
he was talking
explanation,
about
yeah.
this glitch in Super
Smash
Mario,
Super
or sorry,
Smash
Super
Brothers
Smash
Melee.
Brothers Melee, where
Oh.
Bowser gets stuck in a glitch underneath
Yeah.
a bridge.
Get
in
stuck
the
in that
adventure
glitch.
mode. Yeah, and me, my like little 8-year-old brain, or however old I was, I'm like,
Yeah, that's about it.
glitch. I thought he said ditch. Or I thought he meant ditch. So I was like, oh, there's a glitch on my way home. Here, I'll show you it. So we were walking to my pad. We were walking to my home, and we reached the train tracks. And on the other side of the train, there's just like this little divot, this little ditch full of like fucking reeds and stuff. We jump over it. And I'm like, there it is. And Riley turns to me and he's like, that wasn't really much of a glitch.
I was so hyped for this glitch.
Riley was looking forward to the actual real life Gmod physics.
Whoa.
Gizmod, whoa.
Oh man, he was hyping up this glitch for probably a week. He's like, "Yeah, this Friday we can walk from the elementary school instead of the gym, so further walk, but we'll get to see the glitch." It'll be so good.
Cameron just thought you were hyped about a ditch.
Talking about bitches like that. What the heck?
Cameron's like, finally, I found someone that likes bitches as much as me. This is great.
Finally. Man, this is gonna be so great.
Oh,
It's not even
my
necessarily that I was hyped about ditches. It's just like Riley said a word that rhymed with ditch. I thought he meant ditch, and I'm like, oh, I've seen one of those.
I find the funniest part that like you'd have to go somewhere to find a glitch. It was like you had to go to the specific ditch.
this train track has the glitch, man. Those other ones don't have the glitch.
That's just not saying.
They patched it out on the other ones.
Yeah. See, this is the one part of the train tracks that has it. You jump in there and it fucking it like object displaces you like halfway to the ground. Is gonna hurt a little bit, but it's gonna like send you into 50,000 parallel universes, and you're gonna wind up at my house. It's a shortcut.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Pretty great discovery.
I still remember that glitch that I saw because it's just Bowser getting stuck in like a hole. So it's so accurate to this ditch. So I think what I was imagining.
Riley showed me a video of what he meant afterwards. Like, oh.
So what I was imagining is one of us was just gonna get stuck by this glitch. Oh gosh, we were genius kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
we sure were.
Did I tell you guys about when I was learning how to ride a bike? The genius idea.
oh gosh, you have not.
What was your genius idea?
It was the smartest thing we ever decided. This was the day after I'd learned how to ride my bike without training wheels.
Oh,
And my older
Ooh.
brother and I were like, you know what? Now that you know how to ride without training wheels, we need to joust each other.
oh gosh.
And
Oh.
we each went into the woods and we got a long straight stick,
Okay.
and then we each had pen knives because of course we did, and we sharpened the sticks.
Oh gosh.
And we're like, okay, now we'll hold them out in front of us on the bikes, and we'll joust each other.
Did you have
Oh
a
my God.
shield?
It'll be just like the VeggieTales movie that we watched. And so we got on our bikes and pointed the sticks at each other, and then started riding at each other at as fast as we
Wait,
could.
Mach speed.
Wait, before you continue, which one of you was Larry?
Oh, we didn't think that far ahead.
Who was taller?
We were both Larry, for all intents and purposes.
Both
Fair
Larry.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's rough.
And luckily we both chickened out at the very last second and like jerked the wheels, which then spun the giant stabbing spears away from each other, and then we just smashed like directly into each other and flew off of our bikes.
I was really hoping that story was going to end with, and that was 18 years ago today. Rest in peace.
Oh my god!
I mean, we came
like
closer than my parents would probably like.
And, like,
But we
like-
sharpened sticks
played
and
a
we were
game of
fully intent on
chicken?
just. We
I'm
did
imagining like
with
I'm
real
imagining,
sharp
like,
spears.
ancient. I'm imagining like the ancient Romans, like two of them just about to joust. Their horses are running at each other at full speed, and at the very last moment, they both dive off the horses. And they're like, "Oh no, I want you stabbed."
Oh gosh! But see,
First invention of chicken.
see, you did it right. Because you didn't have the official joust gear. You didn't have the shield. If you had the shield,
It's true, that would have been good.
you
yeah.
would have been
didn't have
more
the-
likely
you
to
didn't have the shield,
succeed in the
You
joust.
didn't have the burlap sack you call a shirt. You didn't have the pointy armor. You didn't
helmets.
have any of it.
Have you seen the movie Knight's Tale? They don't have like
No.
the lance. They're not like pointy. Like sorry, this is one of the phrases in the.
They had a lance.
sorry, I was just thinking that's one of the
It's like
phrases.
talking to a child about the Minecraft movie.
Sorry. It's just one of the the catchphrases in the movie. Lance. But they're not. I don't think they're like sharpened to the point. I think they're just supposed to knock somebody off. That's all I was trying to get at.
Since Gavin brought it up, Max, have you actually seen the Minecraft movie?
Oh, I saw it. Did I not tell you guys?
Give us
No,
your
you
review.
haven't.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Oh.
You got to give us your review.
I didn't just see the Minecraft movie.
He
Me
lived
and,
I was in it.
What a plot
me
twist!
and how many were us? It was me, 5 of us. All went to go see the Minecraft movie, and we all dressed as Steve.
Oh, gosh.
So we all had like collared Steve blue shirts.
And I
and
feel like you
light
should have
blue
dressed up
jeans.
as Alice because you're redheads. But,
Yeah, multiple people told me that. But Alex wasn't in the movie.
Oh, sequel.
True.
That's true. So yeah, I was also like 9 shots deep.
Oh my god!
So I was like gone. It's the most alcohol I've ever drank. It was like half a bottle of some kind
Oh
of
my gosh!
rum.
Good for you.
And I enjoyed that movie.
What
I
did
thought
What
that was
happened in it,
amazing.
couldn't tell you, but it was awesome.
what parts could you even
I remember the nether part was
I
really
might
fun.
have to
Like,
do that when I see the Minecraft movie. I said I might
didn't.
have to do that when I go see the movie.
Yeah, me too. Sounds like a
I
great
think it
way to
definitely
enjoy it.
improved the experience.
the Max special way of seeing the movie.
Wait,
You're gonna be absolutely
One of the
hammered.
double shots
Last
again?
turn.
I'll probably go for the shrubbery rather than the drink.
True.
I think that would really improve my experience.
9 shots though. Wow.
And there was a little bit of other. I think I had there's some kind of smoked whiskey stuff that I had. Some
Did
left
you-
that I liked, so I just
Did
drank it out
you-
of the bottle.
Did you experience the shenanigans that the youth of today were enacting at the theaters?
No, it was a really late
wasn't
showing. It's the only
an
time.
explosive
all
party.
three.
You didn't say it, Max. You weren't. You you didn't say the forbidden words.
We said it. It's just that there wasn't huge groups of people jumping up and down throwing popcorn, but we were all just like chicken jockey. 5 people, all of us. We all were drinking, so it's 5 dudes just
Oh my God, okay.
bombed out of their
I need a
minds.
little clarification. Is there alcohol in this movie theater?
No. We were
wasn't
at the
at that
apartment.
point.
bombing
Okay,
them
so
up
you
beforehand.
Smuggled that shit in.
you tailgated
In their
the
stomachs.
Minecraft movie.
They pre-game.
Yes, we pre-gamed.
Yeah.
Oh
You have
my
a.
gosh.
Never mind.
Because I'm just imagining you just in the movie theater and just getting more and more plastered.
It didn't get worse once we got in, but I had to keep my composure for getting concessions.
Of course.
No, I'm completely sober, man.
I'll take. I like reached to grab. Like I do remember. I really wanted sour trolley gummy worms. I like had to reach for them, but I like almost fell over reaching for them.
Oh my gosh!
I was like, oh, let me just get these trolley worms here.
Let me get the trolleys. Oh, they're moving.
They still, goddammit.
Before this year, I would never get those little ices at the movie theater, and now I get them all the time.
Big
Oh,
icy
really?
thing.
Like my faves. My favorites.
But the next time I go to the movies, I want to get one of them Dippin' Dots bowls.
I want to get plastered. Sounds like a great time.
You got a
It's
pregame.
fun.
You tailgate outside the movie theater before you're showing.
Well, Gavin, maybe the next time we get together and
That's true.
Minecraft happens to be on streaming, you can do it then.
But that wouldn't be the
I'm
same.
talking about theater, though.
Going
I've
to
never
the
been
theater.
a theater well under the influence of anything. Sounds like an experience.
It sounds like an experience of when me and you had that shrubbery, Gavin.
Shrubbery.
That was great.
That was pretty funny.
That was the best showing of it too. There was
I don't remember. I don't remember the entire movie. I don't remember a single scene.
I think he was an alien. And I don't know.
The
He was
only
an
thing I
alien.
remember was
think
I
so.
got jump scared once, and I tried to punch the TV or something, or I got squared.
I
up.
remember something.
Oh,
Die,
gosh.
TV, die.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
You could call that a hike, I guess. Get to the movie theater.
I was
you
gonna
guys
ask
walk
how
there?
you got there.
We like took it. Well, we walked a little ways to get to a good spot to Uber from because where we lived, the Ubers had a hard time finding. But so we there is video of we all like walked like Minecraft Steve through the apartment complex.
Just
Okay, I think we got to see this.
Oh.
I don't. I'll have to ask for the video.
Oh man.
Oh, you don't have it?
You don't.
I think I have a photo of it. Let me see.
You
I
weren't.
have a photo of the video.
It's a photo of us, of a bunch of us mid stride.
Is it a moving photo?
Did you guys wear? Did you guys have like diamond tools and
Moving
have your
picture?
diamond armor and stuff?
Oh yeah.
No,
You gotta go all out.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Let's see what
Like,
movies.
I guess I don't know your guys' movie theaters, but I really don't feel like you can bring too many accessories in.
I feel like most
I have no
employees
idea.
just don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I guess.
Here, let me just paste this in here somewhere.
He's pasting.
They see 5 guys dressed
feel
up
like
as
most-
Minecraft Steve, and they're like, "Look, man, just don't throw popcorn all over the place, and we're cool with whatever you do." when
Don't
there."
chicken jockey us, okay? We
Yeah, I
don't.
feel like most employees don't care if you bring in like outside food as long as you don't make a mess.
As long as you don't.
Or don't make it really flippin' obvious.
I brought soup.
I like-
Spill
there's this-
soup everywhere.
You're pulling out a crock
there's
pot,
this
that's
one
just going over the
time-
edges.
And there's this one time I was brought to watch what was it called? That shitty prequel to The Wizard of Oz, except it's about how Oz came to Oz or whatever.
Oh, I liked
Oh.
that one.
Yeah.
It was shitty.
Well, maybe I'm assuming it was shitty. I don't know, but-
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh.
Oh,
but,
doing the Minecraft walk, I see.
Oh.
Just imagine
But,
that in motion
So
at walking pace.
but
One guy looks like he's-
anyways,
Midair hovering.
He is mid-air. That's why it's such a good
so
photo.
good.
but anyways, like while I was at the theater, I had my jacket covering me. I pulled out my DS. It played some Mario Kart on muted volume, and like 3 times the movie attendant came up to me like, "Hey, can you turn that off?" I'm like, yeah. And like 2 minutes later, I do it again.
Oh man! What a
I
rebel!
was not investigated in the movie.
Not invested in the movie. You were that bored. You could have just left the movie.
Oh, you
No,
paid for the movie,
because-
man.
No, because I was brought there by my aunt.
Yeah, but you
She
should.
paid.
You could have just waited.
I
in
gotta
the
go to
lobby.
the bathroom for the next 90 minutes. Sorry. It's really bad. My bath. Oof.
Well, yeah, I could see why they tell you to turn it off because an extra light isn't the best.
I was covered by a fucking coat.
Oh.
There was no light exposed.
Wait, so how did
the
they
outside.
even
They're like
know?
tapping on the coat and like, sir,
Yeah,
sir,
wait a
hello,
second.
knock, knock.
Are you alive? It's a scary movie. Leave me alone.
I'm scared.
Leave me alone.
I'm scared of all the flying monkeys.
Oh gosh.
Hey, what movie was it? The new was it Wicked? There was
Yeah.
a flying monkey scene where a monkey flew through the window, and that jump scared my girlfriend. It was hilarious.
Hey, I got jump scared by a lot of things, Jack. But
Right, you get jump scared by a still image of a shoe. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
I really got him.
Wow, man. To be
Is
honest,
that a deep cut?
I can't even be mad by that, Jack. That is so great.
Accurate.
Too accurate.
Too real.
Oh. Well, I think that's a great enough place to start wrapping it up.
What's the tally, Riley? What's
Okay,
the tally?
so I do have I need some clarification on things from the
On
group.
your own tally? Okay.
Okay. So
First tally clarification.
it's not really a tally clarification, I guess, but
Sure.
I need.
Start going back now. Sounds good, huh?
So, would you consider this an animal? Is the question? Would you
Boy.
consider a fish an animal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you consider bug an animal?
Yes.
No.
Bug is an insect.
Are we saying
Insects are
I don't think-
are we saying insects aren't animals? That changes a
I-
lot
I
of
would-
things.
I would say.
I would
count
say they're
insects as
not.
animals. I say they are. Anything that is living and breathing, I consider an animal.
Speaking of
So
bugs,
there's
I
only
found the
plants or
video
animals.
of the gnarliest bug ever.
Okay.
I hate bugs. They can all die for all I care.
Is it
Yeah, I
like a
found this.
spider
I found this
picture?
video of a bug, and I don't know what this is, but I hope I never encounter it.
Why would I want to see a picture of a bug? What is
It's
this?
a video of
What
a
is this?
bug.
There's a
What?
video.
What kind of weird moth-like
Uh,
creature did you find here?
That's what I'm saying. I hope I never see this
Oh,
thing. This is like
Jesus
some
Christ.
weird.
is that in Australia?
Alien.
It's got to be in Australia.
That was my
Might be
first
here.
instinct.
I
Hopefully
hate
it's
that.
there.
That's just out
Hopefully
my
it's in
front
Australia.
yard. Anyways, nothing after we said tally is going to be added anyways to my tally, even though you guys said some extras. But
Sure.
anyways, my secret tally for the week. For the week? Oh my gosh.
It is technically for the
Was
week.
different states. It just like has nothing to do with bugs.
No, it was
I was just curious on your guys' opinions on bugs.
Just about animals. I don't know.
it's about animals. I just wanted to ask. No, it was about unique animal said. So the first person to say an animal
What
gets
qualifies a unique animal said? What?
yeah, like the word, like they got the word. It probably makes sense if I
What?
go through it. Anyways,
Oh, okay. So if I said dog, then nobody else could say dog.
yeah, and you get the point for dog.
Okay.
Alright.
Somebody did say dog, but I'll go.
Hey,
go
that
with-
was me, probably.
I'll go with last place first. Who wants to take the guess at?
I don't think I said a single
Jack.
animal. So.
Yeah.
Jack,
It's
you
probably-
said one animal at the start of the show. Can you remember
No.
said animal?
No.
You said
Does he get double
zebra.
points if you?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh,
Zebra,
yeah.
zebra.
I remember now.
So you said zebra.
It just said zebra 3 times randomly at the beginning.
Yeah, so you get 1
For
point
no
for zebra. Yeah, he was in the lead at the start. It confused me. I'm like, whoa, Jack might actually win this.
Starting off strong.
I was completely wrong. Talking about starting off strong, we're going to flip over to finishing strong. Tied for joint fourth, that'd be third place. So
But
no, so there's Jack at the bottom, and then there's 2 people with 2 points.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
those two
boy.
people are Max and myself. Max really,
Oh.
without his last story, he would have been at 0 points. So Jack, or sorry, Max, you said the word chicken for your chickened out of your jousting, and then your your gummy trolley worms got you a point. And then for myself, I said mosquito for mosquito barbecue chips, and baboons when I was talking about Jack's classmates.
Oh.
Next person on the docket, which is like 2.5 points or something, but we're counting it as 3, is Gavin. Whoa, Gavin. lot of animals said this day and age. So Gavin, you said the word goat. I have no clue when you said that. I wrote that down.
Okay.
You said termite for your stick, and then you also said bugs.
Say that.
And I was half counting it. So
okay, I'll take a half a point, I guess.
So you get second place.
Yeah.
Woo! And now Cameron. Let me just tally up. Yep. Okay. Cameron, you got first place. How many different animals do you think you claimed?
I said dog.
You did say dog. That is on the list.
I'm trying to think of everything I said. I said monkey.
You did say monkey.
What else?
So that's 2.
Monkey.
And you know you have more than Gavin, which is 2.5.
3.
I sure do. I said dragonfly at some point.
You did say dragonfly. So there's 3.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay, you're probably not going to get the rest of them, but unless you want to keep going, like.
No, that's all I can remember.
Okay, you said 8 different animals. You said
Whoa!
so you
Yeah.
wait.
I
Yeah,
was the
so
Riley of this
you
episode.
if you add up everybody else's points, you equal that amount. Unless you count Gavin's bugs as a half, then you are more than ours combined. But yes,
Nice.
Cameron, you said the word bat. I counted it even though you were talking about a wooden bat. You talked about beavers for your Rick and Morty. You said,
Oh yeah, the Jerry thing.
yeah, you said cowboys, and then you said cow later, so you got the cow point.
And I said horses.
Yep, dragonfly, dog. Then you said fish at some point. I'm going to count it. We said fish count. And then you said horse and monkey. So you win the secret tally of unique animals.
Oh boy.
That was hard to keep track of.
You got exactly 1 podcast of breaks from having to come up with the tally. Good job.
Yeah, Cameron. Woo. That was
So
fun, though.
not only do I have to come up with the tally,
For
but I also
next
got to
time.
come up with.
Yeah.
You know what? The topic is going to be another one of my wacky shenanigans games.
Wacky Shenanigans. The game.
It is going to be a
man.
surprise.
Oh, surprise. How
Yeah.
exciting.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Because I gotta think about how I'm gonna have to set it up, but there's gonna be a surprise, okay?
Oh my gosh. Oh, but yes, that is our podcast for this week. Next time, come back for another secret tally of Cameron's choice, along with the our secret topic of Cameron's wacky games. Thanks for listening, and until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye.